Good afternoon, lovely viewers. Me and Buster have not long got out of bed. That's me fully recovered from Detecting U.K now, hopefully. And I just thought I'd make a little vlog for you today. So I had to turn the camera off then, viewers, because a member of the public was pushing her baby in a pram, and I'm sure not everybody wants to be on Anglo Celtic's vlog. I'll take him for a little local walk, and then I'm going to see if I can find him a doggy stroller at the big pet shop, because I'm going to Lincolnshire again this weekend, and for the last 2 or 3 weekends me and Buster have been parted because I've been on my travels, and we just can't bear to be parted for another weekend. So by hook or by crook, Buster's coming to Lincolnshire with me this weekend to see our lovely friends Luke and Sue again, and see what wonderful treasures we can find. What is it about dogs? This is a public little bit. Oh, he's settled now. I won't show you, but normally he'd go right past all the public bits and do it on somebody's garden, but luckily that's not the case today, viewers. You must know he's getting a nice doggy stroller, so he's behaving. Just coming up to St Andrews, our local little church. Lovely church. I want to go and point out a certain grave to you in a minute, because it means a lot to me. Come on, Bubba. Come on, let's go and show them John Martin and his lovely family. You stay down there, Bubba. I'm going to climb up here. You stay down there, mate. So, here lieth the body of Mr. John Martin, who departed this life 28th day of June 1714, aged 77. So you may be wondering why this beautiful old grave is quite dear to my heart and to Buster's heart. That's because John Martin was a philanthropist. I don't know all the details, but I know he must have done a lot of good for the community of Hampton, Evesham in his time. And he set up a charity that outlived him, and it's still going to this day. And when I first met Rachel, keep in mind she was a single mother, and she juggled plenty of jobs to pay the bills, but sometimes that wasn't enough. And John Martin's charity occasionally used to give her £100 if she came down to the church, and that fed her and Buster for the week, and Tilly. And even when I got with her in the very first weeks or month or two, all we were living on early days was love, basically. And I think she even asked John Martin's charity for a couple of quid then. So yeah, it's just amazing to think that this very kind man who lived to the age of 77 and died in 1714 was actually so far thinking and so kind and benevolent that he still helps good people to this day. And it's such a wonderful grave. It's got that ornate carving this end. It's got more of a cherub that end for the public as they walk in. And this one is his parents' grave. Wonderful bit of local history. Sorry viewers, I had to cut that clip slightly short because there was a lovely old lady who was opening up the church, and Buster started barking at her. He tends to bark at old people, children and ethnic minorities. Don't encourage any of it at all, but he's old, and he must have picked up some of them bad habits in the early 70s, because he's about 116 years old now. So he's been around a bit himself, and to atone for his sins, I think he needs to set up a charitable foundation, or maybe he'll leave his daddy to do it, and I'm sure I will one of these fine days. It's cloudy today, but it's not raining, and it's lovely. It has been raining. So I'm doing this vlog because I started doing them and I enjoyed doing them. Lately I've been going on the big weekenders, and it's been taking a lot out of me. So I haven't been doing as much on the dailies. But yeah, I would just like to give a shout out to Sue and Graham Duff, who had us out in Lindisfarne last month. Looking on their Facebook feed, it looks like they're out and about on a little holiday for a few days. Well done, guys. Glad to see that you're enjoying yourselves, and congratulations on getting yourselves a few impromptu permissions along the way. It's not that hard, really. You just got to be positive, viewers. Got to be positive and just hope for the best, and chat to the farmers as though you're making a new friend. And if it don't work out, put a smile on your face and go and try the next farm. So shout out to Sue and Graham. I'll let him off his lead a little bit here, but the River Avon is just on the bottom of the field, so I have got to be careful in his dotage. He doesn't just step right into it, because he's a bit well, he hasn't got much sight now, Buster, and he certainly hasn't got any hearing. So really got to keep an eye on my lovely old chap these days. Shout out to Matthew Lacey and his daughter Lexi, who was doing really well in her horsey events the other day. I'm sorry, Lexi, I gave you a shout out on my detectable video, but I was a bit squiffy and I called your daddy Terry, because I've got another Lacey on my friends list, Terry Lacey from Cheshire. So shout out to all three of you, Matthew, Lexi and Terry. 3 Laceys together. Who knows, you might even be related. Talking about charitable deeds, a friend was on the phone last night and he's got 2 wonderful, beautiful examples of gold Celtic stater coins, worth a few thousand between the 2 of them, and he offered viewers to sell both his Celtic coins, his gold staters, to set up an Anglo-Celtic website where you can buy the merchandise and that. And I was blown away, and of course that ain't never going to happen. I'm not going to seriously take him up on his offer of him selling 2 of his best coins, but him and his family, you know who you are, mate. You and your lovely family. They will help me with the basics of setting up the site anyway, and if it needs a bit of funding, we'll always get the money. That ain't no problem. Don't want me mate selling this beautiful gold Celtic staters. But shout out to you guys, and shout out to David Cotty, his lovely missus, who's, sorry, your name slips my mind for this brief moment, darling, but they've got a beautiful daughter in Welsh Wales by Swansea somewhere, called Rara. She's 4 years old, and the Anglo-Celtic network have bought her a Nocta Macro mini hoard. So hopefully I'll be picking that up this weekend, and we'll put it in the post down to the valleys of Welsh Wales, where Di the Viking lives. We'll put it in the post for Rara Celtic, and hopefully when you're about 9, Rara, you'll get a YouTube channel, and I'll plug you straight in to all my connections, and that'll keep you going for decades, finding cool stuff in Welsh Wales with the soup dragons. Rah. Have you heard of the Welsh soup dragons and the Welsh Vikings like your daddy? So we'll get that sent off to you next week, darling. All right. Bless little Buster Bumblebee. He wanted to walk that way then, but he must have slipped his mind that the Wicked Witch of the West lives up there, the Hampton Mill lady. Don't you worry, Buster. She's in court on November the 8th. She'll get her comeuppance for being the Wicked Witch of Hampton, basically. No bad deed goes unpunished. God knows I've been punished for many of mine when I was stupid. That's why I like to do good deeds these days, kids. Just do good deeds and life flows much easier. And I'm going to do a good deed and not film Buster while he's having his third one, viewers. Well, my washing's done. This is actually a cool t-shirt. It's the Detectable Staff t-shirt that one of the admin gave me. Happy with that. Little keepsake. Just going to chuck this on and feed Buster and then go and get something myself. Just giving Buster his breakfast. Libio, that helps with his heart murmur, helps the fluid not build up on his lungs, stops him from hacking. Vetmedine, that just helps his heart go stronger. This is the 4th time I've had to take this video. Numerous complications in this little clip. Not to mention twice giving out my home address on the front of this medicine. Buster is wet and hungry and we'll sort him out now, viewers. Well, that didn't last long at all, did it, Buster? And I know what that means if you wolf it down. I'll give you another pouchy right now, mate. This is the bit that Buster doesn't like, though. I've had to leave him in the house. Never worn this green one before. I've had to leave him in the house while I go to Morrison's to get an all-day breakfast at 2:30 in the afternoon. How lazy is that, kids? But like I say, hopefully that's it now. I'll be functioning tomorrow as per normal, and hopefully halfway through writing an article for the treasure hunting magazine that I keep saying I'm going to finish. Stuck in Evesham traffic, kids. Time for some rancid poetry. Evesham traffic does my head in, going nowhere, it's f***ing shit. Down the road to the Bloomin' supermarket, it ain't gonna rhyme because I'm not that clever. I might get there for my supper, went out for a late breakfast. I'll have to get back at some time or other. My little doggy will be going nuts. I have been looking around for a decent venue for breakfast for the last few weeks, but it's just out that although one or two other really nice cafes do a slightly better one, the best value really is Morrison's, and plus they do it all day. Absolutely starving. It's 5 to 3. I'm going to tuck into my cup of tea while I wait for it. I paid for my cake, but I forgot to pick it up. I have to be patient, wait for me brekkie first. My breakfast at tea time, basically. A breakfast of champions, even if it is a late one. Cake it. I'm well satiated. That was marvellous. Well, just coming out and I got tempted by a scratch card. I like this car, but I don't know. I hardly ever buy scratch cards. I'll give you an update. Win, lose or draw, kids. Well, as my old nanny Kitty would have said, viewers, absolute bag of shite, son. Bag of shite, waste of money. I didn't win a pound. I certainly didn't win a helicopter. Didn't win a house. Didn't win a BMW that's driven by puffs that I wouldn't have picked up anyway, and just sold it for I don't know what I'd have swapped that BMW for, but I tell you what, I'd never drive one. Never. It's nothing personal, viewers, any BMW drivers out there. But I mean, look at me. Look at me. You can't see me as a BMW driver, can you, viewers? Right. I can hear Buster barking in the distance saying, Sod the scratch card, Dad. I miss you, Dad. Sod the winnings. I'm waiting for you. Daddy's home, Buster. Daddy's home. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves his Buster. Oh, he loves his Buster. And he loves the sheep. Oh, you happy, Bunt? Yeah, Dad. I love you, mate. Apart from the fact that you're always filming. Why are you always filming, Dad? Well, the viewers only tune in to watch Buster Bunt. A little bit of Bunty brightens up their day, mate. You don't think they watch me, do you? I call them naked ladies from Hades. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well, Steve, it's always a pleasure to speak to you. As I say, you have inspired a lot of people I know that. It's, for me, it's great to see you personally evolve and move forward.
Puss, look. Look at my pocket. Look at my pocket, Puss. How's it going, lads? Shout out to the Puffs.
Shout out to Mo Farah.
Mo Farah.
And Seamus O'Reilly.
Shout out's all you do all night and day. Shout.
Shout out to Neil Jones.
He's been getting on my nerves.
He's back to normal at least.
Oh, God.
We love him, really.
Yep.
We don't
Never
like him,
stops.
really, viewers.
Tell shit jokes all day.
All fucking day. His tea shit. Fucking sweetener in the fucking tea, mate. Who has sweetener? It's fucking 1982 now. Fucking get with the time.
Yeah, but look, I'm getting rid. Look.
Looking for them trim, mate.
Funniest thing I've heard all morning, Jordan.
What's that?
Somebody, this is not made up. Somebody night hawked the Mine Lab test bed last night.
Shut up.
No, true story.
Shut up.
True story. They got
You
the gold,
sustain.
they stole the gold ring and bits and bobs.
No.
It's true.
No.
There wasn't a
It's
foul
you.
line.
You're not on Mine Lab no more, are you?
No,
Are you sure? Hey, it's funny how Steve's like, hey, someone.
I've been able to find mine.
Where are we going with this? Are you like?
There we go. No, this is for the fucking Puffs.
Oh, for the puff puffs.
Only. The Puffs only. Shout out to Skip, yeah.
Shout out to Carol. She ain't been out digging for a while.
Carol.
Love you, Carol.
Carol, yeah.
Steve, what do you call a fly with no wings?
Not.
No, a walk.
I like it. Sorry, mate. I was just having a little look. Sorry, this ain't going on Tinternet as such. It's going just to the fucking Carol and that, and our Aussie mate, 'cause he's a bit missing out and that, and basically he ain't missing out that much. We've done fucking 5 weekends in a row, and we feel like shit.
Do you know you sometimes mumble on and no one?
No.
Fucking not listening.
Pot kettle.
Someone's listening on this device, and it's the fucking police.
Police tracking.